Hi, welcome to Kate's Space. It's Kate here. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling in my grungy botanical journal, and I thought I'd just turn the camera on. I don't know how we'll go with that, but I've got a few things I've gathered together. I took a picture of a rose the other day after my walk. It's my neighbour's rose, but it's growing on into where my chickens live. And it's winter here, and the rose obviously doesn't know that. That morning it seemed significant to me, and I did put something on my Instagram about, you know, don't anyone tell you when it's the right time to bloom. Yeah, some of us are late bloomers. So anyway, I've got that, and I wanted to use that. I've got a piece of old, this is off a piece of old lace, sort of netting stuff. I don't know what it was originally, but it is vintage or antique, and I used a lot of that in my Bella journal, and that's the last little bit. I thought I'd use that. Some wallpaper. My friend Barb, she runs a little bookshop at her church, and she ordered some books for the bookshop or the library. Maybe it's a library anyway. And they came wrapped in this wallpaper, and she was kind enough to give it to me. I feel very spoiled. So I've got a little bit of it. I've got some washi tape. I've got this thing. It says beauty. I don't know. A little bit of an old calendar that David and I found this in his old house, the first house he bought in Napier when he moved here. And we found a few old things, some old newspapers, and actually we stripped the walls of some very cool old wallpaper, which I wish now that I had spent a lot more time, you know, taking off the walls and getting and keeping. Anyway, I've got this little calendar, and it's June, so I thought I'd use that. Got a bit of ledger, this tiny wee flower, and I thought I'd have a play with my wax seals. So and also I want to do some texture paste. I bought some new texture paste because I had one, I think it is an Atelier one, and it's not runny, but it's just not thick. And what I'm finding is every time I use my stencil, and I know I probably could be better at doing it, it seems to sneak underneath the stencil. So I think the first thing I'll do is the stenciling. I'm probably going to do some writing here, probably sideways. So I wonder, should I do the stenciling here like this, or just, I was just going to do it this way, coming down. I think I'm still going to do that, and I'll just write around it. So anyway, I'm going to squeeze some of this out. Oh, I better make sure I've got a spatula-y thing. I washed it and I don't know where I've put it. Oh, here it is. Cool. Found it. Right, so I'll just squeeze some out onto this plastic thing here. Ooh, I don't know. I went to get, so when I went to get the modelling paste today, I went out and I needed some paint. Oh, I needed a few things, but I did want to replace my modelling paste, and I was going to get Liquitex. Joe uses Liquitex, and it was $25, which, I mean, it's not going to break the bank. And she says it's good, but I took a risk and bought this one. This is $12, and I think it's okay. So we're going to find out by putting it in our very own personal journal. But anyway, that's okay. So this is a little Tim Holtz stencil. I kind of want these roses, so I'm just going to give it a go. I'll try not to be such a bull at a gate. And also, I guess when you're doing it in a bulky journal, you might get a bit of leakage, but this is for me, so it doesn't really matter. Oops, that feels like it's gone underneath. Alright, I'm just going to do that little bit there. Okay, I'm going to lift it up now. Let's see what we've got. Oh, it's gone over. It's gone over to that page. That's okay, I can fix that. Hang on. How is everybody today? I've had a lovely sunny day today, and I felt like it was time I did a video. I am in the process of making a few journals, and the one I need to really get on and finish is the one for my neighbour. She gifted me some fabric and I want to use, and I'm using it to make her a journal. She also gave me some old documents that were her father's, and I'm using those in the journal as well. So I hope she likes it. It's hard to, it's a bit nerve-wracking making something for somebody. But anyway, hopefully she'll like it. Right, I'm just going to try and do this a little bit here. I don't know how this will work. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. I just want to take that bit off there. Okay. It's kind of cute. Right, now what I do need to do is go and wash this straight away because I don't want it to get texture paste all over it. So I'll be right back. I'll actually turn the camera off. Right, so that needs to dry before I can risk doing anything else because I'm quite clumsy and I will knock it. I might give it a little bit of a dry, but what we could do while we're waiting is have a play with wax seals. It's not something I've done a lot of, in fact pretty much nothing. So I just bought some stuff off AliExpress, to be honest, because I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money, and I bought a few little seals. Now I already had some, I bought some wax and this seal when I was in Italy on holiday, but this wax is really it's really brittle anyway, and this has a K on it. So what things, we've got some lace and some ledger, a rose. I don't know where I could put the wax seal, sort of here. That's the only thing, is I need to probably wait until, anyway, let's light a candle and have a play. So, kind of some pinks. The rose, the picture of the rose, I've just printed it on my Instax printer and it really hasn't picked up how the beautiful vibrant colour. That's okay, but I don't know what colour to do. Well, we could try a couple of different things. I quite like this little corally pink. I don't even know how many beads, little wax beads to use. And you can mix them. I think I need 3. I feel like I need 3. I don't know. I'm going to put that one in as well, just for fun. Oh, this is going to be square. I wonder if I should put it onto some wax paper so that it can be lifted off and then glued on. I have some. It's good fun having a play anyway. I guess that needs to get super hot, and while we're waiting we could just chat. I'm trying to rust some things at the moment, but I had run out of hydrogen peroxide. So I went to the supermarket. That's the other thing I did today. So I went to get paint, some thread, some texture paste, and I wanted some hydrogen peroxide because I didn't have quite enough, and the things aren't really rusting. Eventually they probably will rust if I wait long enough, but I just wanted to speed up the process. And there wasn't any there, so I popped to the chemist on the sort of, well, it's not really on the way home, but it's near home. And they reckon then they've kind of stopped stocking it because there was some talk of people using it to treat COVID or something. Oh, I don't know, that sounds crazy to me. But so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to buy that online, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. That's a pretty colour. I'm just trying to swirl that other bit in. I almost feel like I need another thing, but oh well, let's give it a go. Tip it onto the doesn't seem like very much wax, I think. And then put that on top. Huh. There was obviously a little bit of wax already on there. Oh, that's stuck. It's kind of cute. Let's play with some more. I like that. I like that colour. I don't know if it'll work. No, I don't think it will work. I think we'd be better off with. Should we try that one and that one? I don't actually know if that's going to lift off there. It doesn't really want to. It has. So they're quite flexible. Should we try another one of the other? What have we got? We've got the little wreath. So try the little flowers. See what happens this time. Is that melted fully? Might leave it for a bit longer. I see people doing these wax seals on Instagram and they just do such an amazing job, and you think, wow, that looks easy. It's actually harder than it looks. Right, which one are we using? We're going to try this one. Oops. I guess there's some people who would say you probably shouldn't have a naked flame in a studio that's full of paper, but anyway. Oh, that's pretty. Trying to get it all out. Okay. Whoa. That slid sideways, that one. All right, we'll leave that there. I'm going to close that up so I don't end up spilling them all. Put that over there. And what I might do, I think, is get rid of that candle wax. Dry this off, so I will probably fast forward it or cut it. Okay, that's somewhat dry. Dry enough, I think, for me not to totally wreck it, which is good. Okay, so I think most of what I'm going to do is I'm going to be on this page. And I want to especially use this piece of wallpaper. Sort of wallpaper you can imagine being in a little girl's room back in the day. Oh, should we take this off? That's cute. If I can get it off the... Maybe this is not the right kind of paper. Maybe this is not baking paper. That's okay. There's a little bit of paper stuck on the back. It doesn't really matter to me. Right. I'm back. I got a phone call from David because he's replacing the lock on one of our doors and he needed me to do a measurement. Do you think I could understand what he wanted me to do? But anyway, we managed to communicate to each other, and he's happy, so that's good. I, however, am not that happy about my ability to journal and video at the same time. So I'm just going to persevere, and if I can edit it into something, then I will. If not, I'll just put pictures somewhere. But maybe I should just start gluing. I just don't know whether I want something under behind here, like maybe some book page or something would be nice. Oh, what about some of this? What about some sewing pattern? I do like sewing patterns. Quite cool. I'm struggling to know which way up this wallpaper needs to go. It probably doesn't really matter. So maybe I'll just rip across here. I'm going to glue the sewing pattern down. I'm going to be brave and glue this down. that's my little journal page. I'll do some writing. I'm sure you don't want to see me do that. In fact, you might not even want to see me do any of this. That was just a bit of a not a great video, I'm sorry. And if you have stuck around, thanks so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, how about I show you what I got today at the op shop or the thrift store. That's probably the most exciting part of the video. I found, just before I left, I found this neat old tin. It's an old Allsbrooks is a biscuit company, Auckland in New Zealand. It's still got the old sticker on it, but that's starting to lift off. But it's quite a cool, decent size tin that I'll be able to use for some storage. I think it's cute. It looks old, even if it's not super old. So in the op shop thrift store, they have a section where they have all their vintage Art Deco stuff, and it's quite pricey. They had a whole lot of old patterns, so I picked out all the ones that were $1, and I really like them. They're cool. So I've got, I don't know if any of them I've got. Yep, they've got some pattern tissue in them. Oh, that's old. You know, the old patterns, so they didn't have any printing on them. I quite like the ones for the tissue. I like the ones with the printing on them, but I love the old pictures. Anyway, they're quite brittle, I guess. But I thought there was another one. I thought I got 4 of those. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that one there. Thought they were quite lovely ladies in their frocks. Yep, so I got those, pretty happy with that. And then I went through all the cards and found this. It's not vintage. I'm pretty sure it's not vintage, but it looks kind of old. I thought the image was pretty sweet on it. It's quite glossy. It's quite cool because there's nothing in there. Oh, I'm sure I'll use that for something. It's shiny. You can see my ring light shining because it's quite a dull day. I had to put the light on. Then I decided I'd sit down. There's a little area where the kids can sit down and draw, and next to that is all the music, vintage music, sheet music. And again, they charge, whoops, excuse me, I've wobbled you. They charge about $2. So I went through and just chose the ones I really like, because what I really like to have is these beautiful front pieces. But what really, really bugs me is they put these price labels on them, little white ones that are permanent, and it really trying to get them off without damaging. And this is the bit I want. I guess they think it doesn't matter because people are just going to play this music, but actually I want these covers. So I loved this one. I thought this one was really cool. I love the green, and this one I loved the blue, and I just love this paper. Oh, it would be so cool if it was just blank, wouldn't it? But the music's beautiful as well, obviously. But that's good. That'll make a lovely page or envelope in a journal, because I just love. Oh look, there's a blank piece. Cool. This one I love the picture. I just love the image, and I love all the graphics on the front of these music papers. And I love this picture. I thought this was cool. I don't know how I would use it. It's quite big. I've had this one a few times with this imagery on it. See that sticky label? Oh, it's so annoying. Oh, I feel like I should need to tell the ladies to stop pricing things with those labels. Maybe I should. I love this blue one, and probably will use this in the blue journal that I'm saving all my things for. Beautiful Star of Heaven. That's gorgeous. And then that's on the back. Yeah, I love the blue. And then there's that green one. And then I found this little book. This was a good find, I thought. Well, I think it is. It's the manuscript book. And I thought, oh, imagine if that's just full of blank music manuscript paper like this. But it's not. But someone's written out music on it. I think that's kind of cool. And then written out lyrics. This is all in fountain pen. And that's a hymn. But there, so now we're into lots. There's a bit of blank paper here that's going to be beautiful in my journals. It feels gorgeous and it's old. So I'm really happy with that, and I think that was $1, and I love the cover. I'll definitely use the cover as well. It's kind of like a lovely soft, that lovely soft old card. So yeah, those were my buys at the op shop. I was pretty happy. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. So I hope you have a great week, a great day. I hope you're well. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.